Howdy peeps, excuse me, and welcome back to the channel. One of Sharpie's random little waffles, and well, not a rant today, more of just a waffle. And today I'm talking about good kits and bad kits. What makes a good kit? What makes a bad kit? Now, you look at it superficially, it's easy. Is it well moulded? Does it fit together well? Is it well engineered? Are the instructions good? Do the decals not suck? In which case it's probably a good kit. Then you'll get one where you've got loads of flash, dumb moulding decisions, sink marks, poor fit, sucky decals that explode the second they touch the water. Bad kit. But is it as black and white in that? Is there a grey area, down the middle? And I believe there is. Now, for all the, let's take Tamiya as an example. Now, probably 95–98% of Tamiya kits are really good. Obviously, there's the occasional duffer. There's normally a Reebok Italeri kit, but but you'll notice I don't build much, if any, Tamiya armour. I'll quite happily build their planes all day long, don't get me wrong. And that Newtil BF109 is beautiful. Probably one of the best kits I've ever built. But why don't I like the armour? It's too simple. It goes together too quickly. I mean, I can put together, what have I got up there? Tamiya armour. I've got the T62. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad kit. I mean, it's an old kit. But I'll put it together in an afternoon and an evening. And that just doesn't cut it for me. I want something that's going to take me longer to build. Hence, there's usually, well, yeah, there is one. There's usually a Trumpeter T90 in the stash somewhere. Something that I know, as you see, there's also a couple of mini art kits, MRAP, a couple of Dragon kits left, and they're all more complex kits now. Does that mean it's a good kit or a bad kit? Well, they generally, no flash, well moulded, well engineered, go together well. But for a beginner, something with 1,000+ parts is going to be a nightmare to put together. As I say, someone like me who's built hundreds of models, something with 200 parts, especially armour, where you're just sticking it together and then painting it, that's just dull as dishwater. I mean, that's speed build territory. Spend the first afternoon building it and the rest of the 48 hours painting and weathering. And if you love painting and weathering and not so much building, then that's fine. I find more enjoyment in the building than I do the painting and the weathering. That's not to say I don't like painting and weathering, it's just the way it is for me. Then you'll get some kits that are just, well, excuse the French, crap. I don't know if I've got any at the moment. There's none that jump out at me and go, nasty. Well, the Kraz isn't too good. Poor fit, poor engineering. Well, when was the last time I started a Russian tank and got halfway through and kind of just got bored and gave up? It doesn't happen. But it did with that T55, just dull to build, doesn't fit well. Same with the Kraz itself and the trailer. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else up there. Well, maybe the Italeri truck. That's probably not going to fit too well, but you get what you expect from that. And then something like the Revell F117, it's going to be a basic kit, there's not a lot to it. Does that make it a good kit or a bad kit? If it fits together and it's got no flash on it, technically it's a good kit. Is it fun and interesting to build? Possibly not. And then you come to things like Special Hobby. I've got the X15 up there. Now I know that's not going to fit. I know there's going to be lots of sanding, filling, seams to sort out, steps to sort out, holes, gaps. About 3 ton of resin and etch in that box as well. Does that mean it's a bad kit? To some, yes. To me, no. To me, I know what I'm getting myself in for with the Special Hobby kits. I've built a few, and I like the challenge. Now, if all we built was, for example, Bandai kits, which just fall together basically, as you can just sit. All you need to build a Bandai kit is a pair of sprue cutters and a sander. That's it. Right? They just fit perfectly. Now, if every kit was like that, yeah, it would be good, but you wouldn't improve your modelling skills at all. You get to the point where you're really good at cutting things off the sprue and sanding them, but you wouldn't be learning how to fill seam lines, how to blend 2 parts together where there's a step, all these kind of things. So to me, while yes, it's great to build a good kit, and I'll come back against that BF109 of Tamiya's, which perfect fit. I mean, you can take the whole front end apart, swap it over so you've got the engine covered or exposed or whatever, put it all back together and you cannot see the seams. And that involves the front part of the cockpit canopy coming off. And most kits, if you even try to put the canopy on, there's going to be a gap there. So yeah, it's a beautiful kit, but if all kits are like that, it'd get boring to build them pretty rapidly because they'd go together so quickly and easily that your skills wouldn't improve. Now, is there anything up there that I really don't want to build? Well, no. The Tamiya Hornet up the top, but again, that's because that's an old Italeri Reeboks. Raised panel lines, bugger all detail, doesn't fit that well, and I've already built one. I built the Blue Angels one, and that Mr. Hammer. But at some point I might want to build a Hornet, and I got one. That'd probably do quite well for a speed build of some description, or something just to chuck together for fun. Paint mule maybe. As you can see, there's all sorts of different manufacturers and subjects up there. There are some further down as well. Tamiya, Italeri, Dragon, Rubicon. There's all sorts. But I was getting kind of back to the point. What makes a good kit for me might not be a good kit for you. Again, going back to the Trumpeter T90, I love those kits. Have great fun building them. Well, the same with the 2A3, the condensator I'm working on at the moment. Great kit for me to build. Would I recommend it to everyone? Would I heck? IndyLink tracks, lots of fiddly little bits, honking long seam on the gun barrel, those kind of things I either enjoy or they don't bother me. There's some people, if they put together the 2 fuselage halves and the tail goes like that to them is a bad kit, when all you really need to do is slap some glue in it and clamp it together. Just a clothes peg. Job done, sorted. So yeah, that's pretty much where I stand. It's after you've built a few kits, you understand what you're looking for from a kit. I know what I'm looking for. In general, it's high parts count, good fit, well detailed, sensibly engineered, and of a subject that appeals. Now, whether that happens to be a Russian artillery piece with a 406mm gun that fires nuclear shells, that's not going to be to everyone's taste. Whether it's a target or a pants tank, a lot of people like those. They're not particularly my cup of tea. I don't really enjoy them. I don't find them aesthetically pleasing to look at. Shape-wise, style, whatever it is, they just don't do it for me. I think it's just the baby poop brown of most German armour I don't like. As I say, there's all sorts up there, all different types of kits, all different... I don't want to say skill levels, because that's just really bad. I mean, it's kind of nice the way Revell do it, where it basically just says how many parts are in the box. But as most of us know, you could get a Revell kit that's got 300 parts and it fits together fine. You can get one that's got 12 parts and it's an absolute dog of a kit, but I'll call that a beginner level and the other one an expert. It's, a kit is what you make of it. If you're willing to put up with or deal with a few foibles, you'll enjoy it. If you go into every kit expecting it to fit perfectly, you're going to get annoyed, grumpy, unhappy, stressed. So yeah, what I would say is, if you think what you're building is a bad kit, go buy a Special Hobby kit. Then you'll love what you're building. I just use Special Hobby as an example because they are in that grey area. They're superbly detailed kits. All the resin and etch and everything in there already. The plastic's shocking though. It doesn't fit. And some of the things they have you do, scratch build this part. Okay. Now saw the nose off this and the tail, and then saw the new tail in half to put the new tip of the tail on. Now stick it all back on and fill all the gaps. That kind of thing. So anyway, that's kind of where I stand on what's a good kit and what's a bad kit. So I hope you've enjoyed at least having me waffle at you for 10 or 12 minutes as it is. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it, a thumbs down if you didn't. Leave us a comment below about what you think makes a good kit or a bad kit. Teeth in sharp. Don't forget, like, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff, and have fun, enjoy your modelling. Peace out, rock on, and bye bye.